bro. But I love go. Swizzy, eat a chef. I like my lunch gross. Just look up, bro. Let the stars go. I see the sun. But where the top go? To the unknown. Only way you coming back is through his unborn. If you see what's in my bag, Lord, it's empty when I give it back. Now what's the up, bro? What the go? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the go. I don't bluff, bro. Let your head like a buffalo. What the go? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the go. I don't bluff, bro. Let your head like a buffalo.
And you're not gonna
I'm right here, dog. Me. Steelers. Live from Mile High Field. Mile High Stadium? Whatever. My uncle used to play for both of these teams. The Steelers and the Broncos. He's taking me to Denver in the spring. Because we went to LA and I just carried the internship there. I might go to Denver though. If I go to Denver, my uncle has a house in Denver and I can just stay there. And it's like 3 miles away from Mile High Stadium. Which means I can like get a bike or something. Whereas I'm from in LA, he didn't really, because when he played for the Chargers, they were in San Diego, so he doesn't really have a house in LA. So I used to tell my brother, who's like 30 minutes away from the stadium. And I'm not driving my car all the way out to California, but I want to. Alright. What time is it? Hey, you Paul, bro? La 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 la. You see my vote? I voted for Broncos. Steelers about to get his ass whooped though. Who, me or him? No, at the beginning there was. See, I remember when I first got here and everybody voted for the opposite team, and then I blew. That's how it starts. No, I'm gonna get blown out. Watch. Like I'm like nothing's gonna be working for me. I'm getting frustrated like heck. No, I'm a mute. But I can't get loud in here anyway because I'm in my brother's apartment and his neighbors keep playing in the hotel. Besides, I don't even cuss.
So what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it stars. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the late night tips. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog to the skull. Ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss the death, for protecting that. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss the death, for protecting that.
Primero a rezar. Vamos a rezar. Padre nuestro que estás en cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga a nosotros tu reino, hágase tu voluntad en la tierra como en la tierra. Perdona nuestras ofensas como también nosotros.
You were shook when Reeves and all the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my.
Tengo una pregunta, Mr. Foster, sir.
Hey, Chew. I think we're gonna be. But I'm about to mute mine too, because I don't want to mess up the video.
Survival of the fittest. That's the sign of the police. I'm indeed cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right is on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like your warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money tonight. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork. Track how G go too fast. I don't need one no seatbelt. Bad look, got no upgrade. Now she got. How about the range on? Who is little baby? He going in. Man, these old rappers getting boring. They be taking shots, I ignore them. Send them to the hood while I'm touring. Making plays out of town like I'm Jordan. Need to go get your walk on my way, I'm a sport. Lamborghini, I don't want no Porsche. I'm on fire, don't touch me, I'm tortured. Had the fish on my teeth, I went porcelain. Put the time on my back, I'm a horseman. One more year, I'm gonna make it a Forbes. They load me in the bay like he 40. I be sitting inside of the Moreland. Ain't no strings attached, keeping it cordless. She keep calling, but I keep ignoring it. Ain't no stopping, I'm keeping it for it. Man, I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you. Walking I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know he happy if I leave.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Keenum now on first down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. T.J. Watt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On second down, here's Keenum. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
4 down, check. 4 down. Roger. Hey, orange.
Third and long. It's Keenum. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Allen, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 45. And now Roethlisberger signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Finding room inside the 40. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big run that time by Bell. 44 yards.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They run it. It's Charles. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jamal Charles, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Hands down. Yeah, we're good, we're good.
Now Keenum throwing on second. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football.
I'm going to be getting in the shower after this.
The 28-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run the option right here on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He will push his way down to about the 14. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So now the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Stepping up, he's pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Cardale Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And it's 15-0. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. So that one will be accepted. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, 52. We're good.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On first down, it's Keenan. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Four down. Check. Hey, 52. Hot, we're good.
And they'll run it here. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping,
Go.
those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, down. Hey, we're good.
Play action. Now it's Keenum. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
52, here we go. Hot. Like 20. On 53.
Throwing is Keenum on third down. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And McManus able to put it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. Oh, a nice spin. And now running right through him. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Mack on the toss. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Jones now on third down, dancing to his left. And he finds McDonald. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! White 90! White 90!
On 1st and 10, Jones. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go!
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. So he got 3 at one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at the 40. They fake the handoff. Now Keenum under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they'd have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Working from the gun, Keenum looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Keenum. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Extra point from McManus is good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Hey, 52.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one down the line of scrimmage.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Let's go, let's go. Down.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Hey, 52. Hot, we're good. Hot. Hey, orange.
To throw on second down is Keenum. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Following the fumble recovery, Keenum. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Hey, Mike's right.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good. And this is now a one-point game. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll keep it on the ground, this time to Charles. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Jones. Open man is Switzer complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Jones throwing on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They come out with one back and three tight ends. Stepping, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Cardale Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up first and 10. Shotgun snap for Keenum. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They come up in a two tight end look here. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now this time, Keenum will throw, eluding the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Here's Charles. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Jamal Charles. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And he's got Jamal Charles. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Jones now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Airing it out deep here for the running back, Charles. Oh, incomplete. Turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Jones. Going to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go! Brand 38!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. A first down carry here for Charles. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And oh, he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job. Execute it.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Play action. It's Keenum. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's Keenum. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now Brown. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, it's Charles. And he lost the football. Charles loses it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
When you think of Jamal Charles, you think of speed. Pure lightning. Absolutely electric. And sometimes with those speed guys, the ball can get away from the body a little bit when they're carrying it, and some fumbles can result.
They were able to jar it loose there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Keenum to throw on 2nd down. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bud sack number 8 for him on the year.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
Down. All right, 53.
Out of the gun, Keenum. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And McManus able to put it through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They begin the drive with Charles. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Jones now to throw on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
They'll try and run it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
To return, it's Cam Sutton. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 1-9.
On the counter, it's Charles. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, this is my theme with Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Steelers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Come on, let's go. 1-9.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He may try and run for this. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On first down, Keenum. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Sean Davis with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Throwing on first down. Jones going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now a handoff. This is Charles. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a toss play. This is Mack. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
They run with Connor. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. They pitch it to Charles. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing Jones. Oh, no, lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
And they'll run it here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. There he goes left side. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a two-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
They have one big call left. Here we go.
So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. They're going to try and run for it. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.